Welcome, family. Welcome to the channel. Welcome back to Authentically Being Ava. I'm Ava. Hello, family. I want to come to you guys today to talk about dating over 50 and me discussing my frustration with some of the things that I have come to see. You know, I don't want to come down on anybody, but I'm just stating facts of what I see. And it's a sad situation, family, okay? I'm over 50, and at this point, I thought that folks in my age range would have it together. You know, they would have it, and I'm speaking about men because I am heterosexual, okay? I would think that men would have these things together, and it's so disappointing that they don't. Now, let me put this out here. I'm not saying there are no men out here who have done the work on themselves and whom are healed. I'm not saying that, because I know that there are, but the majority of the ones that I'm seeing and, you know, around, it's just like, what happened? And all that I can think of that happened was nothing. You know, all I can come up with is they never did the work on themselves. They never took accountability for the things that they have done. They don't self-reflect. And I'm sure that there are some women out here who don't do this either. You know, so that goes both ways. You know, I'm one of those people who always thought, and I've been proven wrong, so I feel differently now. But at one point, I felt like once you reach a certain age range, you have wisdom and experience under your belt. You know, you're now able to teach other people how to do things. And that's not always the case. I'm finding out now. There are a lot of people in my age range that don't know certain things. They didn't get certain lessons. They're not able to teach, because they're still dealing with the stuff that they never dealt with to begin with. I think we all need therapy. I really do. Everybody who's alive, because we've all been through some type of generational crap with our families. We've all dealt with trauma and hurt and pain. And, you know, it just depends, you know, how did you handle that? Did you seek help? Did you go see a therapist and work that out? You know, we all don't choose the best way to handle something. Sometimes people press stuff down and don't deal with it, lock it up in the corner somewhere, don't work on the problem at all. Just push it away and move on. And that problem is still there and festering, you know. This is what I've come to see. And it makes sense that somebody could have gone through their whole life and not dealt with stuff. And then here you have this mess at this big age, you know, and this is what I'm seeing. And it is so sad, because now not only do you have a person who is stuck in their ways, you know, they're getting older now. So, you know, after a certain age, you can't change nobody's mindset, or, you know, not that you can change them anyway. You can't get a person to see where they're wrong. A lot of times once they've gotten a certain age, that's it. You know, they're not, well, I'm 99. I'm too old to change. Ain't nobody doing nothing. You know, like, this is what you get now. Well, this is how I am. This is what it's going to be. This is what, you know, like, you get all the extra. So it's like, wow, how is that helping anybody? That's not helping you. That's not helping the person that you're dealing with in relationship. You know, nobody's getting the help, or, you know, learning the lesson, or, you know, gaining from anything. We're just going to stay in this place, this mindset, and just, that's it. You know, I am what I am. I'm like, okay, you're going to be by yourself old. You know, why not take an opportunity to grow and learn from somebody who has a little bit of wisdom, or who has learned a lesson? You know, instead of taking it like, you know, wow, you know, she done taught me something, thank you. You know, instead of that, we're getting, you can't tell me I'm grown. You know, I'm 98. I know I'm wise. I got the battle, the scars, the liposuction. I got all of the stitches. You ain't gonna tell me. Like, it's like, what is happening? All of this extra stuff they want to put up here and deflect, not deal with the problem. They want to focus on everything else but getting the lesson, growing, and maybe, developing a really rich and beautiful relationship with somebody who loves and cares for them and will do whatever it takes to, to help you in any situation, period. But instead of that, we want to get ornery and all this other stuff and get offended, and it's just really sad. It's just really sad. But this is what I'm seeing. And I'm really sad for the women and the men in this age range, because I would definitely imagine that men are going through the same thing. And it's like, wow, we're just not going to learn a lesson. We're just not. We're just going to stay stubborn and pig-headed. Right. I know I'm right. By yourself in the corner trying to catch an Uber or Metro Access. It's really sad. I don't know if it's mental illness or what, because things that can happen as well too, stuff doesn't get taken care of or worked through, and it could turn into other things, unfortunately. So maybe that's what's going on too. But it's never too late to get help. It's never too late to talk to a therapist, to talk, things out, that are going on with you. Because it is a relief. I'm just saying, it is just like a release and a relief. So family, I just wanted to say that. I just wanted to, I'm just noticing this, and I'm just like, this is, I feel like I got a baby, and then tell this baby where they wrong, and then they want to fight me because, they got a baby brain, but they look like an adult. It's it's great. It's not funny, but family, this is what I've been experiencing. So thank you, family. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I will see you on the next video. I'm looking for your comments as well. Thank you, family. Take care.